today schedule compression techniques and activity types. Both are very, very important topics with in context of understanding of project management, schedule compression techniques and activity types. So I will just share with you next slide. What are the schedule compression techniques? First, I will make you understand what is schedule compression. So I will share with you whiteboard. Before whiteboard, I will share Primavera dashboard. So I will develop a situation so that you can understand this scenario or situation in a good way. You can see here that in yesterday lecture we have compiled, optimized our work plan, work schedule, and you understand this thing that each activity is given a specific number of working days, and each activity is linked with another activity within that work package, and work packages are further linked with another work packages, okay, on the basis of logics. And then we optimize our work plan, and Primavera will work for us and generate a critical path. On the basis of critical path, Primavera is defining that this project is going to start from 22nd April and will end up, our completion date is 3rd May 2021. Remember that we are right now in planning phase and we are estimating each and everything, either it is work, resources, or cost. So the schedule compression techniques, where will be the utilization, where you can apply schedule compression techniques. I will share with you the situation. This project is going to complete in 369 days. Let's say your client or your project manager is instructing you that you need this project to be completed earlier than 3 May 2021. Like you need to complete this work in 300 days or 250 days or 350 days, less than this uh, duration. So that time you will alert, you will be ready to apply schedule compression techniques. Okay. So with the help of schedule compression techniques, you can reduce your timeline. You can cut down few days from your project. So, but what is the logic? What is the concept? What are the applications as per project management professional? So those are two techniques: crashing and fast tracking. You will apply crashing technique and you will apply fast tracking technique. Some on some activities you can apply crashing, and on some activities you can apply fast tracking. With the help of these two techniques you can reduce your timeline. But there is one rule before jumping into the thing that what is crashing and what is fast tracking. This is very, very important thing. You have to keep this thing in your mind that while interview, while any logical discussion, you will be questions about this thing, that on what which activities you can apply these two techniques to reduce your timeline. So that there is one important note: you need to apply these techniques only on critical path to get shorter timeline. Okay, because you already know that your project duration is being derived or is being controlled by your critical path. Okay, so if you will only apply these two techniques on your critical path, in only that case you will get reduced timeline. If your critical path will reduce, your timeline will reduce, and it can also affect that your non-critical. While doing this thing, might be possible your non-critical path become your critical path and your critical path become your non-critical path, because we already know that critical path is the longest path. Okay, and maybe you are reducing the critical path and you reduce it too much that there is one other path having more time. So in that time you can observe these things while practicing on your Primavera. So first I'm going to share with you whiteboard to explain what is crashing and what is fast tracking. So first thing, crashing. You have already studied about the equation. Budgeted units is equal to budgeted unit per time and multiply duration. I will just write the equation one more time over here. Budgeted units is equal to budgeted unit per time multiply duration. Okay, this is the equation you have already um, uh, studied. Okay, so what is crashing? I will define what is crashing and then I will apply this equation to make you understand the impact of crashing. To enhance resources in any activity to reduce required number of days. Let me close this. So, what is the definition of crashing? You have to increase your number of resources, and in response of increasing your number of resources on one activity, you will decrease your duration. How that will happen? If I have already make you learn this thing, that if you have 1,000 budgeted units or budgeted hours to work for some activity to complete, then there will come in place of budgeted units there is 1,000 and the budgeted unit per time. If that single one resource working on that activity is being utilized like 10 hours per day, and then your duration will be defined. So what will be the duration is 100 days. Now I'm going to make it in another way, that I need this activity to be done in 50 days. So what I will do, I will make it simple. I will apply double resources. I will not apply here to 10. I will make double resources. And if one resource is working as per our preset calendar settings, 10 hours per day, then two resources for that same uh, type will work for 20 hours per day. Okay. So that will reduce your duration. So in this, you will have 50 days required to complete, because now you have enhance your number of resources. You can see here budgeted unit per time, the planned hours a resource will work in one day. In this case you have one resource. In this case your resources are doubled, and your duration will be uh, compressed. So this is crashing. In single activity you will increase the number of resources and you will decrease your duration. This is called crashing. Okay. So what is fast tracking? To understand fast tracking, I will just draw here one timeline like this, and on this timeline I will first draw the number of days, the calendar days, like this is 0, this is 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. And now you can see that there are certain activities in bar chart, like this activity is going to take 5 days. Then after finishing of this activity is going to start taking 5 days. Then this activity going to take 10 days. Then this activity going to take 15 days. Now you will also understand what I was talking about in previous lecture about calendar days and working days. Okay. So this is the sequence of your work in, if I'll just try to show you, this is Gantt chart or bar chart area for your activities. So you can see there are 35 days your activity going to take to complete this work. Okay. So what you, just wait a moment, you have to understand what is fast tracking. If in your project you remember that I have talked about, there are some relationship types, like there is finish to start, there is start to start, there is finish to finish. So there is one relationship, start to start, like few activities, if it is possible logically you can start two activities at the same time.